Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. So we'll wait for 5 minutes and then we can start. Okay.
Today we would be covering which areas?
In the previous session, we have discussed about week 7 PA. So if you have any doubt from week 7, you can ask. Week 6 or any previous week also, if you have any doubt, you can ask. I guess we have almost covered everything from week 7. So that's why. So this can be a more of a doubt clearing session.
I have doubts in week 5 and 6. Like
Yeah, okay. Which question? Any question or concept?
regarding concept, if you can broadly cover the concept of week 5 and 6.
So week 5 is about list and then week 6 basically list of list. Okay. Week 7, here we have week 4. I guess we can start. Yeah, so in the previous two sessions of week 7, we have covered the summary, and in the Saturday session, we have discussed the PA question. So if you have any doubt from week 7, you can ask, or any other doubts from previous weeks also, you can ask. Okay. So one doubt is regarding the week 5, week 6 concept about the list and dictionary part, so that I will cover first. But if you have any doubt from the previous week or this week also, you can ask. Okay. So let me share my screen. Is my screen visible? This whiteboard.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. Good. So in the week 5, right? So in what we have discussed till week 5, that we have just one variables. We are storing some values and we are using that particular variable, right? But what if we want to store the multiple elements in particular variable? So we need something to store that, right? So for that purpose, we have something called list. Okay. So that is basically a list here, right? So generally represent list by what? This square bracket. Okay. So this square bracket is basically a list. And when we talk about dictionary, so you can see curly braces is basically a dictionary. Okay. So this is list, this is dictionary. Once you see this curly bracket, and here square bracket means list here. Now list consists of elements. So We can see, let's say, for example, A, then B, 1, 2, then let's say, for example, Python, right? We are adding a string here like that. These are the element of the list, okay? So you can see A is element, so this is basically string. So these are 1 and 2 are basically integer data type, and Python is also a string, right? So these are the element of the list. And dictionary consists of key value pairs. So here we have key one, their corresponding value will be v1 like that. So key one, then we have a colon, then we have a corresponding value v1. Similarly,
So
key
so
two,
the list might contain anything. So the list might contain any integer or any value or any names, anything.
anything, yeah. List can also contain list also. That is basically nested list. So list inside list, so 1 comma 2 comma 3 is basically one element. Such another element will be a comma b comma c. So this is one element of outer list, and this is the inner list. This is basically nested list of list.
Okay.
We can say, right? So first we'll discuss about the list, and then we'll come to a dictionary part. But just understand, dictionary means what? We are simply storing the key value pair. So here we have one key, here we have value, and similarly we have multiple keys and the corresponding value like that. And remember, in the case of dictionary, keys are unique. Okay, so keys are unique here. It means what? If I say A, the corresponding value is 10, then we have B, corresponding value is 20, then I cannot have A again. Okay, because A is already present. So all the keys is basically unique. Value can be duplicate. If I say C colon 10, that is fine. But A, B, C, so these are the unique keys in the dictionary. Okay, so keys are always unique. Remember this one, because to key only we can access the particular value here. Okay, so I hope
Value
the difference.
can
Huh?
be like duplicate.
That value can be duplicate as well. Yeah. Okay. And value can be anything. Integer, it can be a string, it can be a list, it can be dictionary as well. So D can be take a list also, 1 comma 2 comma 3. This is fine. E can take another dictionary here. So let's say A1
Can it take a
1.
value of a duplicate one, sir? Like if we are updating a list of shopping cart,
Hmm.
for example, one guy called some Rahul. Rahul
Hmm.
has some buying list, and again another Rahul. Can we store the same name with the same name in the dictionary?
No, no. So we cannot have a same key here. So keys are always unique. Okay. So that's you can see we have a sequence number, right?
Yeah.
So sequence number is unique. So if you look at our database, university database, here we have roll number as a key. So roll number one, then we have corresponding value. Then again we have roll number two, then we have corresponding value, right? So if I know the roll number, I can get the entire details about that particular student, right?
So
So
key
key is
must be unique.
always unique. Yeah,
The
key
key
are
must be
always
unique.
unique. Yes. He must be unique here. Okay. Because if you look at a nested dictionary, right? So if I say nested dictionary means what? Dictionary inside dictionary. It's a nested list, list inside list, list of list. A nested dictionary means what? Like this. So here if I put roll number, let's say 21, F1, then the corresponding value is again a dictionary. In that I'm storing a name, let's say Piyush, then we have age, let's say 26, like that. Okay. Let's say, for example, credit, let's say I have taken 9 credit course like that. Again, another will be 21 F2. Then again, the corresponding value will be a list, a dictionary here like that. So here keys are always unique. Inside the dictionary also, this can be a unique here, right? So this is basically a value of this particular key 21 F1, right? So how to access the elements? I hope the difference between list and dictionary is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Now let's discuss about the list in detail. So let's say, for example, I have L1 and these are the element
Sir,
20, 30.
sir,
Huh?
sir, in
Yes.
case of dictionaries, only the keys and values will be there.
Yes, so it consists of key value pairs. You can say it consists of key value pairs, right? So key will be any string or an integer, but value can be anything. Value can be a string, it can be integer, it can be a list, it can be a dictionary as well. Okay. Yeah. So keys are always unique. Remember this. So and the value can take anything. It can be a dictionary, it can be a list as well. It can be
The portion D1, if you can come again on that, like dictionary of dictionary, nested dictionary.
Yeah. So here you can see we have a outer dictionary having roll number as a key. 21F1, then we have 21F2. These are the keys of dictionary D1. Then the values of this dictionary is basically this dictionary. You can see here colon, then we have a dictionary. Inside this dictionary, we have name, key, and the corresponding value is Piyush. Another key is there, that is basically age,
So
corresponding value is 26, like that.
so basically going by this logic, we have the
Hmm.
cards which have a sequence number which are unique. So like zero,
Yes,
starting from 0 up to 30. So
yes,
in place of 21 F1, we can place it as 0 sequence, S
zero.
sequence
Correct.
1, and then the name of the person and the age or the place or things like that.
Then we
That
have
comes up.
physics, chemistry, mathematics, marks here, like that.
Okay.
Also we can add. Okay. So you
Okay.
can see the column name, right? What you see in the column name of that scores data set, physics, chemistry, maths, then name, then we have a sequence number, right? That is
Hmm.
basically what you can see a key here, and the corresponding value you can see we are adding like that. So for this zero sequence number, we are adding a key name, that corresponding name, the physics mass, chemistry mass, whatever the mass we are adding as a part of this one. So for this key, this will be a dictionary. For this key, this entire row will be dictionary. For this key, this entire row will be a dictionary. Then this will give me the keys, and the corresponding value of each key will be a this dictionary. Are you getting? Let me create.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Uh, whatever. So if I say this is
Is it
basically
like the VLOOKUP, similar to VLOOKUP?
no name, then age, then physics, chemistry, mathematics. So this entire column will consist of a keys of our outer dictionary. So let's say for example 0. Then it will have corresponding value A, then 70, 80, 90, whatever chemistry marks we have. So this will be like this. So 0, then colon, then corresponding values. All this value will be in the key. So this will be key, corresponding value will be A1. So this will be key, corresponding value will be like that. The next sequence number is 1. So that will be a next key. So 1, again the corresponding values, again this dictionary. Again, the key will be this one, value will be whatever the value we have for the sequence number like
Got
that.
it. Got it.
Okay. So this is basically, we can say JSON format. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah, you must have heard about JSON format, right? Data. It is basically dictionary of dictionaries.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a type of database also. If you look at, if you in diploma level, you will learn about these things. Okay. But as of now, you understand the list and the dictionary. Okay. Now this is basically list. Now list consists of element. So we have different functions that you need to remember because based on those functions only, all the questions have been created. So first one is what? Basically length. LENGTH, length of list. Now what this will give me? Yes, anyone? What is
Yes,
length
sir.
function?
Number
It
of
gives the
items
number
in
of
Number of
items in
Number
that,
items.
of
elements.
elements in the list, right?
elements in that.
So if I see here L1, so how many elements we have? 5. So answer will be 5 here, right? Then for this CT course, we are using 4 different functions. So first one is basically a first of L1. Okay, what is first of L1?
20.
Yeah, so first element of list. First element of list, that is basically you can see a 20 here. Then we have second function, that is basically last of L1. So last element of the list. That is basically 11 you can see. Third is basically init of the list. Can anyone tell me what is init function here?
Except
Initial
first,
one.
last.
Except the last element, right? Init with initial values.
Initial
Except the
values.
last. So that is basically list format. List of all elements except the last element.
Here I get confused, like first and initial. Basically initial is the point where it starts from, like 20 is the initial, so init would be 20 and first also would be 20. So there I get confused.
No,
Yes, sir.
no. See,
I too agree with Tanmay. What we feel is that as we are mentioning as init, initial, our mind is reading as from the initial to 20 it has to start, but it is going in a contrary as from 20 it is leaving. Could you please clarify on this, sir?
No, initial element of the list, right? So that will, it's a list of elements. So this will give me list, and first of and last will give me element only. These are the elements only. Here I am not putting like this. I am not putting 20 in bracket. It's just an element. We are not putting in bracket. But in the case of init and rest, these are basically a list. So it will start with the first element 20, 30, 40, 12. That's it, except the last element here. So initial element of the list except the last element,
No, no.
like that.
What I meant is, I might have put it in a wrong way. So what
Hmm.
I meant is, I agree with you. Like first L1 is equal to 20, last L last element is also equal to 11. But
Hmm.
when we approach as init as L1, like initial of the list L1, initial
Hmm.
is always 20. So why we are considering 30, 40, 12?
No, this is a function. That is what we have defined in the lectures. Okay, this is how we have defined. Okay. So this init function will give me the list of all element except the last element. So if you look at the week 5, week 6 lectures, we have defined this function like this. Okay.
Okay.
Then fourth one is basically rest of L1. So rest of L1 is what? Same thing, list of all elements except the first element. Element except first element here, right? That is basically what you can see. Rest of L1 will be what? 30, 40, 12, 11, like this, except the first element. And this initial will be except the last element, like that. Okay. So these are the 5 functions that you need to remember, length function and these 4 functions for the list. Okay. Rest
Init,
is just how
init
you
and L1 is one and the same, sir. The rest is
init.
rest of L1 and init, the elements are one and the same.
Yeah, but here only except the last element. So we are not considering the last element here. In the case of rest, we are not considering the first element, like that. You can see the output, right? In the case of init, we are just considering the initial elements, not the last one. In the case of rest, we are just considering the remaining one, except the last one. Except the first one. You can say except the first element. So you can see the output of rest, and this is basically of init. Okay. So this is regarding the functions for the list. Okay. So this is about the functions, and you should remember this because in almost all the pseudocode, you can see we are following these functions. Now, how to access the element here? Yes, anyone? So I
In the
have this
dictionary,
particular,
sir.
no, for the list only.
Create a dictionary
See,
for that.
no, no. So we use a for loop here, right? For loop. So for each element in list, right? So we want to do something here. That is what we are writing here. For each element in list, it means what? For the first iteration, element will be 20, like that. Okay. So if I have this particular list and if I want to find out how many even numbers are there in this particular list. So let's write the pseudocode for finding out the even numbers here, right? So here we are finding out the even numbers in list. Okay. So first I have this list L, let's say for example 20, 30, 40, 12, let's say it's 41, and here we have 11. I want to find out number of even numbers here, right? So what I will do, first, I will create one particular variable, let's say for example, count, because I want to count how many even numbers are there. So count equals to 0. Then, if I want to find out how many even numbers are there, so what I need to do, I need to take each and every element here. So I will take 20, I will check whether it's even number or odd number. If it is even, I will increase the value of count. Like that. I will go to next element, I will check whether it's even or odd number. So if it is even, I will increment the value of count. Okay. So like that, what we need to do, we have to take each and every element and check whether it's even or not. If it is even, we have to increment the value of count. So that's how we are counting how many even numbers are there, right? So for that purpose, for accessing the element, for taking each and every element, we use for loop. So for each element, so ELE element in, then we use list here. So it can be a list or string, but here we are using list only. So for each element in list, what do I want to do? So for every element in the list, I want to check if element mod 2 equals to 0. So if you look at the mod function, I hope everyone knows what is mod function here, modulus. So this will give me remainder only, right? So if element mod 2 is equals to 0, it means what? That is basically even number. So then I am going to add 1 to count here. So count equals to count plus 1 like that, right? That's it. So then at the last, I will get the value of count. So how this will work? Let's see. For each element in L. So for each element, so first element of the list will be what? 20 here. So I will take 20 as here. So 20 mod 2 is 0, is 20 modulus to 0. Yes, this is true. If the condition is true, then only we are going to update the value of count. Now count will become what? 0 plus 1, that is basically 1. Now go back to a next iteration. So we have to complete this for loop till we access all the element here. So go for that's why it's a looping condition here, looping thing, for loop, right? So for each element in here, now next element will be what? 30. So my next element is 30. So 30 mod 2 is 0. Yes. Again, I will increment the value of count, that is 2. Again, I will go for a for loop here. Next element is 41. Now let's see happen. What happened here? The 41 mod 2 equals to 0. No, that is false. If this is false, we are not going to execute this one. We'll simply go for a next iteration here. That is basically next iteration. So we are accessing element one by one like this. Now next will be 12. Again 12 mod to 0. Yes, again we'll increment the value of count to 3. The next iteration will be element will be 1. Right? So 12, then 11. Again 11 mod to 0. No. So we are not going to increment the value of count. Now again I will go for a next iteration. But here if you see, I don't have any other element to iterate. So that's where we exit the for loop. Okay. We'll exit the for loop here and then we'll continue with the other code we have. If we have some other code like this. Okay. That's how for loop works. Anyone, any doubt here? What I have explained? Is this clear?
For each
Okay.
refers to loop, right?
Yeah, for each element in this particular list. So first this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, like that we are going.
Okay.
Yeah. So here in the case of city course, for we are following a pseudo code, so that's why we're using for each, because we need to understand for each element here. But if you write a Python code for that, we don't use each keyword here. Simply for element in list. That's it. Okay.
Sir,
But to understand
sir, we are checking for what? Sir, element, if element divide by
mod
2
2,
is,
it's modulus 2. So this will give me a remainder.
yes,
Okay. If remainder is 0, it means what? It is divisible by 2, right?
even number,
Yeah,
even
that's a
number.
even number. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's it. So we are finding out how many even numbers are there. So we got 3 here, like that. Okay. This is basically a for loop, and please remember this, all these functions, very, very important. So that's it in the case of a list here, right? So if you look at, we have one more concept, list of list. Again, we are putting a 10, 20, 30, then A, comma B, comma C, then 200, A, then 300, like that. Okay. So this is basically a list here. So again, this is the outer list L1. So how many elements we have in L1? 1, 2, 3. So if I find out the length of L1, that will give me 3, because here we have 3 elements and each element is the list here. Okay. Now I want to find out how many even numbers are there in this particular list. This 3 plus this one and this one. So not even number, because here we are dealing with the integer. Let's say let's go with all the integers, so that will be easier to solve. Okay. So let's say 11, 13, 40, here to 21, then again let's say 41, 300, like that. Now here I need to find out how many even numbers are there. Now how to proceed? Yes, anyone? Tell me. I will create a variable count equals to 0.
Now for each element in list, uh,
Divided by 2.
For each I will go
element
I. For each I in the L1, what we need to do here?
For each j in I.
So again we need to go
Yes,
for for each element
in
in I,
I.
because I is basically what? List only, right? So this is basically nested for loop. So outer for loop for outer list and this inner for loop for this particular list. So for each I in L1, so we'll deal with this particular I first. I equals to this entire list. This is basically my element. This is basically my I. Now for each element in I, what I want to do, again that same condition. If that element more 2 equals to 0, I will increment the value of count, right? That's it, right? I will close the for loop here. I will close the for loop here like that. This is an indentation you can see, right? So this is what how we are going to get how many even numbers are there. But here we are dealing with nested for loop. You can see for loop inside the for loop. Now how this will work? See, so first for each I in L. So I is basically what? 10, 20, 30 here. Now for each element in I. Now each element in now what's element here? First will be 10. So 10 mod 2 is 0. Yes, increment the value of count. Then we are going for this for loop. So first we have to complete the inner for loop. Then only we can go for outer for loop. That is why a looping condition here, right? First, we have to exit the inner for loop, then only we can go for outer for loop. Now here, first iteration over. Again, go for next iteration, element will be 20. Again, even, again increment. Go for again iteration, again will be 30, again increment. Now go for again next iteration. But here we don't have any other element to access. So here we are going to exit this inner for loop. Now I will go here, then we'll go back to a outer for loop like this. Now here, the I will be what? It will be 11, 13, 14 like that. Next element here. Now again, I will do the same thing for this inner, for this particular list. Then I will go for a again outer loop for this next element. Like that we are going. So first we are fixing the list. Then we are iterating element by element. Then we are going for a next list. Again we are iterating element by element. Then we are going for a next list. And then we are going for element by element like that. Is what nested for loop here. Is this okay?
Sir, sir,
Huh?
if we will not include this 11, is there any another sign to say that it is not even? It means like when we go to iterate, 11 is not even number, right? And
Yeah.
13 is also not even number. Then we'll go
Yes.
to 40, then it is, yes, it is. So we
Yes.
need to mention that.
No, here you can see if condition. So if element mod 2 equals to 0, if event, so if the number is even, if this is 2, then only have increment in the value of count. That's it. If this condition become false, let's say for example, element equals to 11. So 11 mod 2 is basically 1, right? So this means it is not correct. So we'll go for a next iteration. We'll not do anything, right? But if you
Okay.
want to count number of odd element also, so in that case, I will create ODC equals to 0. And here I will put else block here. Inside the else block, I will increment the ODC value here. Okay. So this will give me what? If this condition become false, it means what? That's the odd element, odd number, right? So we go for else block there. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So
Okay,
in
sir.
this way, we can access the list of lists, and here we can see we will find out how many even and odd elements are there. Okay.
As we have already seen, like for each I in L1, so
Hmm.
how does the system or the code differentiate between, suppose, the first list, which contains 10, 20, 30, and the second list, which contains 11, 13, 40? So, uh, should we take I is equal to 1 and then increment it so that it could move on the list 2?
No, no. So here, if we apply a nested for loop, so how this will work? So first inner for loop will execute, right? So first it will execute the outer for loop, then it will take I, and then we are going to iterate for entire list here, right? So in the case of for loop, it will go element by element like that, unless it breaks the for loop.
So once it finishes till 30, what it will do?
Here,
Like,
right?
it has finishes this list, first
Yeah.
list.
So this will be for loop complete here, and then here we have it will go for outer for loop. Now this for loop like that.
Exit loop.
Okay.
Okay, this will exit the inner for loop and it will go for outer for loop. Next element is basically this one. Now this will be I am here. Again, this inner for loop will go three times for 11, then 13, then 40. Again,
Got
one
it.
more time to check if
Got
we
it.
have element, exit, then again we go for outer for loop like that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Will it go for infinite times, looping
In
every
the
time?
in the case of for loop, it will not go infinite time because here we have fixed number of elements. If you look at the while loop, right? While loop can go infinite number of times. So you need to be careful while using a for loop. Sorry, while loop. Because while we are putting some condition, let's say I less than 10, okay? And then we are starting with I equals to 2 only, right? So here if I just input that I will be increase sorry, I will be increased by 1, I plus 1. So if I didn't put this, because for every iteration, I get increment 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So after 10, so 10 less than 10, no, this will exit the while loop. But if I didn't specify this condition, so if I start with I equals to 2, so this will become true. Wait a minute. So this will become true. Now the moment this condition becomes true, it will go through a for loop here, while loop like this. Because we are not changing the value of I, so this will be true always, right? So once it enter the while loop, it will continue the while loop for infinite times like that. So that's why while using a while loop, we need to put the condition such that this condition becomes false. Okay?
Get on the
Yeah.
while loop. If you can repeat that.
Sorry.
The while loop explanation.
Yeah. So let's say for example, I have a while I less than 10. This is my condition, right? And let's say I want to do some operation here. Let's say, for example, I want to print the value of I. Okay, so print this. What is the value of
Hello,
I? That is what we
hello.
want in output. Yes. Any doubt?
Sir,
Okay,
can you
fine.
repeat what you said for while loop? Something you said.
Yes. I'm repeating the while loop concept. Let's see, for example, we are using a while, then we have a condition. Now this will get executed till condition become false. That is what while loop is. Or in the while loop, we have to mention the break. So we have a keyword break. So this will break the while loop. Okay. But if we didn't specify a break, or if I didn't put anything here such that this condition become false, this will go to an infinite loop here. Now let's say for example, here I'm printing what is the value of I, and I will start with I equals to 3 here. Right? The first I value is 3, and here I will put I equals to I plus 2 here, right? So I have started with I equals to 3, that while loop 3 less than 10, that is true. The condition becomes true. We are going to print the value of I. So value of I is equal to 3. I have printed that. Then the next line we have I equals to I plus 2. So this will become 5 here. Then we'll go for a next iteration. The value of I becomes 5 now. 5 less than 10? Yes. Then I'm going to print the value of 5. Again, increment the value of by 2. So that will become 7. Again, we'll check 7 less than 10. Again, I will print the 7. Again, I plus 2, that is 9. So again, I will go for condition while 9 less than 10. Yes, I will print the value of 9. Then it will become 11. I will go for next iteration. 11 less than 10. No. The condition become false here. So that's what we are going to break the while loop. That's it. If condition become false, we are exiting the while loop. Then whatever the code we have, we'll go with that. So this will be the output here, right? But this is for a normal thing, right? We are putting a condition here inside the while loop, right? So this will get executed till this condition become false. But if I didn't specify this one, Instead of plus 2, if I specify minus 2 here, what will happen? If I started with I equals to 3, and if I specify minus 2 here, what will happen? So 3 minus 2, that will be 1. So 1 will be less than 10. Again, 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. Again, less than 10. So I will be
Infinite loop.
always less than 10, right? So this will go into infinite loop like that. Okay.
Okay.
So we have to be very careful while using a for loop, because what that matters. Otherwise, your
So
code.
if you can slide bit up, uh,
Yes.
the for bit up for the explanation which you had for the list of list.
Uh,
Why can't we use the while loop here while we have elements, or while we have elements in our list? Then we can, because at the some point of time we will exhaust the list.
no,
So the
see,
while.
we use a for loop for iterating over the elements. So here it's a iterable. It's a iterable object here. Iterable object. Okay. It's not a condition. Here it's the condition. Okay.
Okay.
It's an iterable object. So list is basically iterable object. String is also iterable object. If I say as a string equals to Python, right? So Python, I can apply a for loop for Python also. So this will take character by character. So for each I in string, if I do, so I will be P, then I will be Y, then I will be T, like that. So we can apply a for loop on iterable object. So list and the string is basically iterable object, right? So here we can put the iterable, but here it is a condition.
We can't compare anything because it's just an object. Got it.
Yeah. So here it's a condition, it's a iterable object here, right? So if you want here, what you can do, instead of 10, you can put length of list, right? So length of list will be what? It will give me number, right? So in Python, we access the list by indexing value. Indexing in Python, you are going to learn that. So this function is not applicable in Python, like first of L, last of L. It's just for your conceptual purpose for city course. In list, we use indexing. So this is 0, 1, 2, like that. In that case, we can go for a while loop if I put a length function here, like that.
Okay.
Okay. But as of now, just understand that here list for loop we apply on iterable object. That is list, and here you can see string. Okay. Why? Basically a condition only. This is basically a list. Anyone any doubt in the case of list, the functions and the for loop and nested for loop? Okay. If you understand the list, then dictionary is easier only, right? So dictionary is basically like this. A, then we have 20. B is basically key 30. C 21. Like that, we have a key value pair, right? Now, if I say key, so this is basically key here, right? Now here we have few functions in C. It is keys of D, right? So keys of D will give me what? Yes, it's a list of keys of dictionary. Keys of dictionary here. So this will be the output. In the case of keys of dictionary, square bracket will be there because that is basically a list. In the output, it will be A, comma, B, comma, C in the list format. Okay, like that. So keys of D. And how we access the element? So if I put D in square bracket, if I put B here, I will get the corresponding value of this particular key here. That is basically 30 here, like that. Okay. So if I say D of C, that will give me 21 here, like that. Okay. So
D
this is how
of
we can. So this is dictionary and this is basically key. So syntax is like that. Dictionary we have in square bracket, we put key and the corresponding answer output will be a value corresponding to this particular key here, like that. Okay.
dictionary. So D.
So if you
So,
want to, yes.
keys D. I am getting confused over the keys D, comma.
So keys of this one, right?
Basically, it will give one, A, B, C. Okay.
Keys of the basically list of keys of
D.
dictionary.
Okay.
Yeah. So
List of.
whatever the keys of this dictionary, that will be in the format of list here.
Hmm.
So that we can apply a for loop here. So we cannot apply a for loop on dictionary. but we can apply for loop on keys of D. So it will be like that for I in keys of D. Okay, like that. So this will be a list here, you can see. Okay.
Okay. And the DB, DC, this is a dictionary.
Yeah, so this is how we can access the element here, right?
Okay.
So if so this is the syntax. So dictionary, then if you put the bracket key, this will give me a corresponding value here, like that. Okay. So and you can update the values also. So you can put like that D of A equals to D of A plus 5. The current value of D of A is basically 20 plus 5 will be 25. Now D of A value will be a 25. So this will get updated in the dictionary 25 like that. So we have a few questions, practice assignment questions. So please do solve those questions, okay? Based on the list and the dictionary here. And dictionary here also it can be a list format also 20, 30, 50 like that. Okay, so values can be anything. It can be list, it can be dictionary as well. So dictionary is very, very important concept. List and dictionary you can see in Python course you are going to deal with the list and dictionary only, okay, from week 2 onwards in Python. So understand the basic concept of list and dictionary. That's it. Anyway, again, we'll discuss in Python course, but we are going to execute the code there. Here we are discussing the concept. Okay. Any doubt in the case of list or dictionary?
हेलो सर
Yes.
सर कीज इज इनबिल्ट ये कीवर्ड्स है ना
Yeah. So we have defined this keyword for this particular course keys of D.
ओ
Okay. But in Python, there will be a dictionary. Then we have to
ओ
define dot. Then keys is open bracket like this. This is what work in Python. Okay.
ओके
Dictionary
ओके
dot keys.
और इट सर और ये जो की डिक्शनरी जो ये एरे में है ना सर एरे है ये तो
हाँ तुम इसको array बोल सकते हो.
हाँ
It's a
ठीक है
list also. Yeah,
ओके सर
list what?
थैंक यू
It's
सर
a one-dimensional array. हाँ.
यस यस सर
Sir,
हाँ.
sir, can you like just give an idea about how we handle pairs and triplets in the list, like how we add and then that concept?
Pairs.
Yeah, like we have pairs like in list of list, and then we see compare that pairs or triplets.
Yeah. So here you can see, right? So list of list is basically we are handling the pairs only here. So this is basically one of the pair 20, 30, 40, 20, right? Again, one pair is 10, 11. So here we are storing this in the format of list. If we just have two elements, let's say A, B, and C, D, like that. So we are storing in the format of list of list. Again, here we have A, C, then D, B. Again, we are storing a pair of two student here, A, C, and B, D, like that.
So basically, how to store like the pseudocode for how to go into that loop, because it will be like two loops, one inside the other, two
Huh.
for each. So any example if you can explain that how we do that?
Okay, how to add those things, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So here how we add the element in the list. Let me remove this one. Let me close this one. So here if I just have a list here, right? Let's say we have an empty list, right? Now we want to add some particular element into this list here, right? So in the case of Python, we use up dot append function, so that will get added here. But here we are what we are doing. Let's say, for example, I want to add some element here. Okay, let's say here we have five roll numbers. So these are basically roll number. So let's say 21 F1, 21 F2, 21 F3, 21 F4, 21 F5. We have a five roll number I want to add in this particular list here, right? So this is two things, plus is basically what we are merging two lists here. So if this is 10 and 20, if I have L1, L equals to L plus if I say 30, so this two lists will get merged. L is basically 10 and 20, and plus we are doing, that is basically 30. So output will be a 10 comma 20 comma 30. So we have added the element here, so we can put this as L. So L will get updated to 10, 20, 30 like that. Okay, here. So now if I have this a list of roll numbers, right? So if I want it to add a list of roll numbers, so what I will do, I will store this roll number in some list here. Okay. So let's say, for example, I will create a roll number list. Okay. So that will be a 21F1, 21F2 till 21F5 like that. Okay. Now here I will apply a for loop for each R in roll number. What I want to do, L equals to L plus that particular R. Okay, that's it. So here, if L is basically empty list, so what will happen for the first iteration? R is basically 21F1. L is empty, plus R is basically 21F1. Right, so output will be a 21F1. Okay, then go for next iteration. Next will be next roll number. Now L will get updated from the previous iteration, that is 21F1 plus again R is basically 21F2. So that will get added here. If you want to put this entire in one condition, that also you can put. Let's say, for example, here we have physics marks, so 60, 70, 80, 90, like that. So you can check the condition also here. If r dot physics, if r dot physics equal or greater than 60, then only we want to add that roll number in the list. Okay. So based on that, you can do that, whatever you want to do. So this will get added only if the physics marks greater than 60, then the list will consist of those roll numbers. That's it. Okay, so remember this one, L equals to L plus. We are adding some particular elements here, okay, in the list. That will get added from the what? So this is different from this one. If I put element before L here, the element is going to add from the right to left here, but here left to right. Okay, remember this. Output will be different in the case of list here. Both the case. Elements will be same, but the order will be different.
Yes, so this is like
These things,
main is like when we want to extract or make a pair like maths and physics or something like that, or all the three have marks less than 75. In those cases, how we extract those pairs and triplets?
Okay. So if you want to store the roll number of the student who is having same marks in physics, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
for that, what we can do, we can go for a while loop. So while, like if you see few questions, we are taking the first card here, right? So let me take any question. Uh, just a second. Yes, just. Yeah. So is this PDF visible?
Yes, sir, visible.
Yeah. So here, let me see. We have a while loop here. It's a nested while loop, nothing. Okay, so here we just have one while. For that purpose, we need to use a nested while loop here. Okay. So you can see this is how we can mention. I will update the code here. So while table one has more rows, you can assume that table one is basically our scores data set, right? Read the first row, then right. So we are putting here x, that is the first row. Again, we are putting a while loop inside here. So after this, I'm writing down the code here. Again, while table one has more rows. Okay. So
What is
here
the
it,
question asking here?
so the question is like if you want to store the roll number of a two student having same marks in the list here, how we can do that, right? So we need to compare the marks of one student with all other students, right, to find out whose marks are same,
Right.
right? So what we are going to do first, take the while we have a nested while loop here. While table one has more rows, read the first row exit table one, move that x to table two. We are doing that. So we have moved the first row. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the marks is basically 60, 70, 50, 60, and then 70 like that. Okay. So we have done with this one. This is basically x, and we have moved to table two. Now, while table 1 has more rows. Now, table 1 has more rows means what? This one. We are dealing with this one, not this one, because already in the outer while loop, we have moved that to table 2. Now, we are checking if x dot marks, x means what? This one, first row is equals to y dot marks here, right? If the two marks are equal, right? Then what we want to do, we are creating one out list. Let's say, for example, L only. Then I want to add L equals to L plus what? I will add the here, let's say sequence number in that particular list here, right? Like that. So here, first, I will compare X marks with Y1. So this is basically my Y. For the first iteration, this will be X. So 60 equals to 70? No. Again, we'll go for a next while loop, inner while loop. Again, 50 equals 60? No. Again, next iteration, you can see 60 equals 60? Yes. Then we are storing the what? That one.
Four,
So
four
sequence
sequence
number
number.
here, 4 in the case, right? But if you want the pair also, X and Y, so we can put X dot sequence number, comma Y dot sequence number like that also. Okay. So that will be what? Here we will put X dot sequence number, comma y dot sequence number here. So both the sequence number, that is basically 1 comma 4 in the format of list, we are going to add here, right? Then go for the next iteration, 70 not satisfying.
Sir,
Go for yes, yes. Is that your question,
sir,
right?
is this while loop, sir? Is this
Sorry,
while
can you
loop?
repeat? Yeah, this is a while loop. So while table one has more
Is
rows,
this while
move.
loop, sir? But
Yeah, while loop only. Yeah, this both are the while loop,
no, but
nested while loop we are
it's not.
applying. Huh?
Okay. Sir, what does if start means?
If no, can
If
you repeat
start.
it? Okay, no, first, is this clear?
Hello.
Is this clear what I have explained? How nested while loop works? Yeah,
Yes,
who
sir.
asked this question? Yeah,
What
yeah,
is if start?
yeah. So let me complete this one here, how this will work, right? So once we gone through all the element of the inner while, so you can see we have one more condition here. Move y to table 3 here. So this will be empty, right? Now, if you go for a next while loop, read the first row from table 1. So this will be a first row, then we'll compare with the remaining one. So we'll take row by row in the outer loop and we'll compare with the remaining rows in the inner loop. That's how this while loop is working. Nested while. Okay. So here we have a question also in the, you can see in the assignment. We use nested while loop for which purpose? If I want to compare one row with every other row, I will go for a nested while loop like that. Okay. Now,
My question is why we
uh,
have started with start is equal to true.
yeah, so here it depends. So it's based on our requirement. It's a variable. The output is a value will be a Boolean, true or false. So according to our requirement, we can start with true or false, right? So here you can see
Generally,
if
True means we
start.
have already seen that.
generally to start an iteration, we start with false, no, sir. We assume
Yeah.
that it is not available and we can start the program. I
Yes.
mean that iteration. But if it is
Right.
already true, means how can it search?
No, it based on this condition here you can see. If start, so at the first iteration, this will be true because the value of start is basically true. So if it is true, we are going to execute this one. And once we execute this one, start become false, right? So here we are dealing with what? If I want to deal with the first word only or first character only in of a particular sentence, so I will start with the start equals to true. So if you can see here, once it becomes true, start is equals to false. And it's never going to become true till the words ends with full stop becomes true. You can see start equals to true. So what we want, in the case of in list, I just want to store the first word of the sentence here. First word of the sentence I want to store in the in list here. Okay. That's why for this purpose we are using this true. We can also use false here. See, if I use false
Initially,
here,
we can take it as start is equal to false. Then we
yeah,
can do the list, assuming that we haven't seen the first word in the sentence. That's
no,
what we haven't seen.
for this one, what we want to store the first word in the list. That's our requirement. We just want to store the first word. Once we added the first word into the list, then we are not going to uh, execute this if statement. So that's why we are putting start equals to false after that. Okay, but we can start with the false also. What if I just put here if not of false, right? In that case, what will happen? Not
Not
of
of
false
false
will
will
be
be
true.
but true.
Yeah.
Means
So it
we this is
depends
the
on,
first list.
yeah,
This is the first word. Not false means this is the first word.
this is the first word. Yeah. So based on the requirement, we can do that. Okay.
Sir, hello.
Yes.
So what is the target of this program? This start equal to true, this particular
Yeah.
program.
So you can see this executing on words data set. So start equals to true. Then we have out list. Then we have a while loop here. Then read the first row exit table one. If start equals to true, but initially it is true. Then we have a in list which is empty here. Okay. Then we have a start equals to false. So what we are doing in list, we are adding in list. So initially it is empty plus we're adding what that particular word. So if my sentence is it was Monday morning, right? This is my first sentence. After morning, we have a full stop. So I'm going to add it and its corresponding part of speech. That's it. If ending with full stop, it is not ending with full stop. So I will move that X to table to go for a next iteration. Next word is was. So again, same thing. If false, because it is now false, it is not true. We go for in list. We are going to store was and its corresponding part of speech in list. Again, not ending with full stop. Again, we go for a next iteration here. So we want to store what? The word and its corresponding part of speech in the in list here. So see, let me go to a common dataset folder. So if you look at the words PDF file here, so you can see it was Monday morning. So after morning, we have a full stop. So first, what will happen? It will take that word it. You can see here, initially it is start. Then in list will cover what? The word and its corresponding part of speech, right? But that word ending with full stop, no, you can see it not ending with full stop. So this is basically false. So we don't need to execute this one. So we'll move that X to table 2. We'll go for a next iteration. Next word is was. Again, for was, what we are going to do? So if false, because after the first iteration it is false, so this is not true. We'll execute this one. Again, we'll add was, and then the corresponding part of speech is verb here in the in list. So in list will be like this. So first it will consist of it, and then its corresponding part of speech is what? Pronoun here. Then the next element will be what? Was. Its corresponding part of speech will be verb. Then the next element will be Monday, and the corresponding part of speech will be noun, like that.
Didn't
Okay.
understood here.
Yeah. So see, okay, if the first word is it. So you understand that why this will become false. So initially we have started with the true. Now if we execute it for the first iteration, in list is basically empty, right?
Mm.
Start equals to false. We have updated the start to false here, right? Now the value of start is basically false now. That's it. We'll go to line number 9. In list equals to in list, but what is in list? This one initially empty plus x dot word. So what is my first word? It. Corresponding part of speech pronoun. So I'm going to add it, comma, pronoun, right? So that's it. We'll add it and pronoun in the in list. Now we'll execute line number 10. X dot what ends with full stop? Is
No,
it ending with the full stop? No.
no.
If condition become false, we don't need to do anything here inside the if statement. We'll move that X to table 2. We'll go for a next iteration. And next word is basically what? You can see, read the first row X. Now what's the first row after moving that X to table 2? If
Rename.
I remove this E to
Y.
another table, what becomes my first word, right?
Right.
So again, X dot first row is basically was. Now what happens at line number 5? What is the value of start here? From the previous iteration, it got updated to false, right?
Right.
So we are going to this while loop here. While we are not going for line number 1. No, we are entering the while loop, and first we need to execute the entire while loop here. Okay. So here for the next word, start will be a false. Will not execute this one. Again, in list will be what? In list. But what is in list now? It is not empty. We have added the it and the pronoun in that particular in the previous case. So that will be there. It, comma,
It
pronoun
plus
plus was and part of
was.
speech is verb like that. So that will get added here. Now again, it was ending with full stop. No, so we'll not execute this one. We'll move that to table 3. Again, go for next word. Next word is basically Monday. Same thing will happen here.
Building the
Start
list of
basically,
the entire sentence, basically.
yes, word and part of speech.
Okay.
So again, for a Monday, same thing. Start is basically false. In list, we'll add Monday and noun. Again, Monday ending with full stop. No. Go for our next word. Next word is basically morning ending with the full stop. Now see what's happened here. If morning ending with the full stop, anyway, start is basically false only because we have not updated it.
Right.
In list will be what? This one plus morning, comma, and noun part of speech. So we'll add that also here. Now what's happened at line number 10. Now, is this true? Morning ending with a full stop.
Yes.
Now, this becomes true here. Please mute. Yeah. If this is true, now we need to execute this one. Now, what we are doing? Outlist equals to outlist. So, initially, outlist empty.
Plus
Plus, we are adding
all the in list.
entire list into
In list.
outlist here. Right? So,
Right.
this will be added in the outlist. And now, start is got updated to
True.
true. Now move X to table 2. We have moved that X to table 2. Now tell me what will happen if I go for a next iteration. Next word is basically what? Swaminathan. What will happen here? Tell me for next word.
So again, it will start from the beginning. Like
Beginning.
if start
While loop starts with while loop.
while loop.
No, while loop only, right? So next word is basically my Swaminathan. Now what
Swaminathan.
happens in line number 5?
If start, yes, this is a start.
If
In
true,
Because
list
from the
again.
previous word it got updated here, right?
Right.
So here now it is true. Now what we are doing here? Now in list is having all these elements from the sentence 1,
in list
right? Now we want to
in list
reinitialize
empty
this one.
becomes
Now this
empty.
will be, yeah, now this will become empty here. Okay. Now whatever the element we have added in the in list from the first iteration for the first sentence, we are making it empty now. It's empty
Right.
now, right? Now
Hmm.
start equals to false. Now again we are doing this for the same thing. So again in this will have this song as a noun, was, verb, will act, and like that till eyes. Again the word ending with full stop eyes. Again we'll add that entire list into the out list, right? Now what out list will become? You can see here. Outlist will be what? It's a list of list, right? So it, then its corresponding
Pronoun.
part of speech, then that is was corresponding part of speech. This is for one sentence, comma,
Okay.
then it is for another sentence, right? Like that. It will be a list of list. Okay.
Okay.
So list
List.
here. Okay. This is what it will happen. First, inner list is basically we are adding this one, right? Second list is basically in list. And third list is out list, in which we are adding all the in list here. So for every sentence, we have an in list. For every word, we have this particular list, right?
Hmm.
So what we are doing, we are adding all the words of a sentence in list, then we are adding in list into out list. Again, we have added all the words of the sentence in the in list, then we have added that particular list in the out list. Again, we are doing the same thing for all the sentences, right?
Suppose in that case, if we want to build a list of say noun, which is just preceding to the full stop, end of the sentence,
So list of the nouns only, right?
list of noun which are just before the end of the sentence
Before the end of the sentence.
and just
Yeah.
preceding the full stop. Like maybe it may
Okay.
be in the second last or third last or last position, like that.
But noun, right?
Noun.
So in that case, we need to check if x dot word equals to noun. Sorry, if x dot part of speech equals to noun,
So we
we
will
are
do
going
with
to
similar thing. Okay, maybe we can participate more. So
hmm,
we will start with true, outlist empty, while
hmm,
table one has more row. Okay, we will read the first card. So we will take similarly if start then enlist same empty and
hmm.
start is good false. If
Hmm.
enlist is equal to enlist plus plus and x dot word is noun.
No, here if you want to add the noun, so you need to put entire thing in the if statement. If x dot part of speech equals to noun,
Noun.
then only I want to add into in list, right?
Okay.
So that will go. So if statement will be here, x dot part of speech equals to noun.
Noun.
That's it.
And
So
how
we
we
are
will
adding only the
determine
word and the
this is
noun.
the last
We
noun or
have to add
Okay.
one more condition also, no,
Huh.
sir, here. Why? Because the
So here,
last sentence, before the last sentence, before the
yeah,
last
yeah
sentence comes.
is like is x dot position preceding to full stop like that something.
no. See, if we just do like this, what is going to happen? All the nouns in that particular sentence going to get added here, right?
Hmm.
Yes,
But we
sir.
don't want that. We want the noun preceding the full stop, right?
Right.
So what we can do, we can create one variable, let's say a flag, right? And we can put an flag here. The moment we got the noun, we can make that flag to false here. Oh, sorry, true here. Okay. Now, the once you have added the
Sir,
noun, the flag will become false, right? Now we cannot add that next noun like that. So we need to create one variable, Boolean variable, and we need to add that condition here as well.
sir,
Okay, so not here, in before that
sorry for
part of speech.
interrupting, sir.
Is
Yes,
getting confusing. Maybe you can illustrate in a very neat way. It's getting confusing.
yeah.
So flag is just a variable or it does mean something?
No, no, it's just a variable. Like what we have start out list, it's just a variable. Okay.
Okay, sir, one more thing. In this particular pseudocode, why we don't have a return? Is return is only for procedures?
Yes. Return is only for procedures. So it is going to return something, right? That particular function. Okay. So see, if you just want to store the noun, right? So yeah, before the end of the sentence, right? So that will be, so this will add the first noun if I just put the flag here, right? Yeah. So again, we need to do some more condition here because even if I add flag here, so that will get added for a first noun only. So first noun of that particular sentence that is going to get added. If you want the last noun, then we need to go in different way.
Yeah, we
Okay.
have to add that particular condition, sir. Like the last sentence should be last word with ending with full stop. That
Yeah.
is like, can we use a is key here? Is key x dot word is ending with parts of speech ending with full stop. Then we can store that preceding as a noun if it
Is
is.
key is basically what a function used in a dictionary, right? So is
It
key,
is called a
then we have a
boolean. Yes, sir.
dictionary, right?
true or
So you want
false.
to, yeah, we want to check whether that key is present inside the dictionary or not. If it is true, then this will give me true. If the key is not present inside a dictionary, that will give me false. Okay. So each key is a function we use in a dictionary to check whether the key exists in the dictionary or not. Okay. So in order to get the last noun, we need to do some more operations here. But how we can do that? So how we can get the first one? That is easier, right? If we just put if that part of speech equals to noun, then we can add that. We can make one variable flag equals to false that we have added the noun. That's it. Okay. So like that we can do here. But for the last one, so preceding one, we need to write few. We need to store all the nouns first because we don't know which one is the last noun, right? So we need to go in a different manner. We need to store all the nouns first, right? Because we need to keep a track of how many nouns was there.
Also, we have to
Okay.
check the position of the noun, the part of speech.
Yeah. So basically, last noun of the sentence, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that we need to let's see because we need to store all the nouns because we don't know which after this noun whether we have more nouns or not. So we need to keep a track of that. Okay. So that requires a different approach. Okay.
So
So
I
I
have a
hope.
doubt, sir.
Yes.
So you just write it in the board. I'll explain. If a list equal to empty plus plus a.
If yes,
No, just
a
a
list
list equal to empty
hmm,
list plus plus a. What
just
is the
a
output of this? Yes, sir.
just
That's right.
a. Yeah. So here,
Yes,
what is
sir.
a here? It's a variable or what? It's an element or what?
Uh,
So if
element, maybe element.
yeah, if a is an element, so this will be an error in the code, right? We cannot merge the list with the element. If a is the list, then we can add a as a part of a list here like that. It is like this. Okay, but what is a? We don't know. If a is just an element, this will give me an error. So if you observe this type of questions are there when we need to find out the mistakes in the pseudocode, right? So at this particular thing you need to check. If this is the element, if this is a list, we cannot merge two things here. Because both are different data type. This is basically a list, this is basically an element here. So we cannot merge two things. Okay. So I need to put this
Oh, why
element
is it
inside the
then?
list. Yes.
So element will be always inside a list. It can't be alone. It won't can't be without a list.
No, no. If you want to add the element in the list, so you need to put that element in the list format like that. Then only you can merge two lists here. Okay, like
Okay, okay.
so. If you see here,
So if
first
A is
of
a list,
uh,
if A is a list, then
if
empty
A
list
is a
plus
list,
plus.
then A will get added into the out list here like that. If A is a list, okay.
It
If I say
won't return
A
as
equals to
list of one.
no, no, if A is equals to this 2 comma 3 here, so in the output it will be 2 comma 3. Okay, like that. If A is a list.
It is not like a list of lists.
So list of list will be when here we just have the if I put a two bracket here, okay, that's a list of list. Yeah, right. If this is a list and if we have the list, so we are going to merge the two lists here like that. Okay.
If we have a dictionary in dictionary, so how can we iterate?
For dictionary and dictionary, right? So if we have D, right? If D equals to A comma, again we have this 1 colon B 2
In
colon
lectures
C.
like item lists for customer shop.
Huh, right. So here we need to access via keys here. Okay. So again apply a for loop for I in D sorry, keys of D. So keys of D will give me what? List of all the keys here. A, then B, then C, like that. Now for each key, we will access the values here, right? Then what we want to do, we can do with that. So I will be what? A here, right? So we can take T of A will be what? This will give me corresponding values. That is basically this entire dictionary, right? So then is upon what you want to do with that particular element, you can do that. Or we can apply one more for loop here for element in keys of I here. So that will give me 1, comma 2. List of 1, comma 2. Okay, like that.
Okay.
Okay. Any other doubt from any week 5, week 6?
Can you give example of this, like in a practice assignment, something? Is there any question like?
Based on what? List.
Yeah, I for my question, dictionary in dictionary.
Okay,
Sir,
dictionary.
sir, can you please take some examples from week 7?
Yeah, week 7, that is basically dictionary, right? So let
Yes,
me
sir.
take that. Okay, so let's go with any keys we have here. Dictionary is given here, not dictionary. Okay, let's go with this one. Let's see. Okay, so you can see, how is this visible? Yeah.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
So you can see based on the words data set, we have this particular sentence here, right? So this sentence is given to us. So here we have word count equals to 0. Table 1 has more rows. So consider this, every word is basically one row in the table. Okay. So read the first row. So get something X. Now first X is basically a she here. Now what is this get something X at this point? I don't know. So I will go to a procedure here where it is defined. What this procedure is doing here, you can see, right? So we have initialized the I equals to 1, later equals to empty dictionary, and C equals to none. So this is basically a string here, right? Now what we are doing here. So remember when we say I equals to 1, the data type of I is basically what? Integer. When I say letters equals to this dictionary, data type of letter is basically a dictionary. When I say C equals to this empty string, here it's basically a string here. Okay, so how we define the variable, that it will take the data type. Okay, so while I, what is I? 1, less than equal to y dot letter count. Letter count means what? How many characters are there? In the case of she, here we have 3 characters. Okay, so 3. So 1 is less than equals to 3. Yes, this is true. Now what is this? Yes, tell me what we are checking here. What is C? Ith letter of the word. So I is basically what?
First
Right?
letter of the word.
That is basically what? Yes, right? We are dealing with the word she. So C is basically S now. Now, if C is a vowel, whether S is a vowel,
No.
No.
no. So that's it. We'll not execute this one. We'll increment the value of I to 2. We go for a next iteration. I is basically 2. 2 less than equals to 3. Yes. Now C is basically what? I is 2. So second letter of the word is basically H. So C is vowel, so C is basically equals to H. H is a vowel? No. Again, we'll increment the value of I, that is basically 3. We'll go here into a while loop. Again, 3 less than equals
So
to
why
3.
we don't go from starting?
No, we are in,
Why we are doing again and again procedure? Why don't we go from starting?
no, here we are inside the while loop, right? So at line number 4, when we are dealing with the word she, we call this particular function. Now we need to get the output of this particular function, right? Without this output, how we can proceed? We need to execute this function first. Now, what this function is doing, we have gone through this particular procedure to understand, right? Once we call this function, this will take x as an input, that is basically a she. And here, what we are doing, we are going inside the for loop. Now, we need to execute this for loop. We cannot come out of this for loop till the condition become false. Now, 3 is greater than, or sorry, less than or equals to 3. This is true. Now, see, third letter of the word, that is basically E. Now, C equals to E. Is E is a vowel?
Yes.
Now, what we are doing here, tell me what is this? If E is a vowel, if this is true, we need to execute this one. What is
We
this?
store the
We are
this
counting
word in
the
a
vowel.
dictionary.
Yeah. So
Letters
what
in
will
the
happen?
dictionary. C is a key.
The letters dictionary C will be a key. What's the corresponding value? True. True here, right? This is what we have added here. So it's not C. What's the value of C here? That is basically a E, right? So E equals to true like that. Now, once we execute this one, again it will increment. That is basically I equals to 4. Again, go back for a while loop. But here, 4 less than equals to 3. No. So this is where my condition become false. Now, I will exit the while loop. Then I will proceed with the line number 19. Now, we need to return this one. What is this? Yes, anyone?
Length of
So
Length
first
of the
letter
key.
is
number of
basically, no, no. First letter is basically
dictionary.
dictionary. Now, keys
Dictionary.
of letter will give me what? List of keys, right? That is
So number
basically
of
E
keys.
only. And length will give me what? Number of elements, number of keys. So here we just have E. That is basically 1. And this will be what? How keys will be basically what? Vowel only, right? So at the last, this will give me number of vowels in that particular word. Can I say like this?
The number of
Number of distinct vowels, correct. Number of distinct vowels in that particular word. Because if I have this one, right? So next word is basically what? Do we have E? Yeah, you can see she cells, right? So in the case of she cell, we have E also. Here also we have E. Now once I have added the E here inside this dictionary, if I go back for next iteration and again E comes, already E is present, right? So we cannot add a duplicate a key here. So E will be only once. So this will give me what? Number of unique vowels.
Repeat again, sir. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, so if we have one more E, let's say for example, here we have SH double E, right? So what will happen here? So E already present inside the latest dictionary, right? Now if I go for next iteration and this is the fourth word E, so C equals to E. Is E is a vowel? Yes. But what will happen here? Letter E. So already in the dictionary we have a letter E that is basically equals to true. So this will get updated to here only. We are not adding E equals to true again. We cannot do that because it's a dictionary. The key will be always unique here, right? Even if we have multiple times same vowel, but once we add that vowel as a key, we cannot add more things. So this will be
So
always
this will
unique.
only update.
Yeah.
It will
So it
only
will be as it
update.
is only. E equals to true only. That's it. Okay. So here, that's why we are going to get number of unique vowels. Okay. So if this is clear to you, now what this get something will give me number of unique vowels in that particular word, right? Now, if that number of unique vowels is greater than or equal to 2, if this is true, then only we are going to count the word here, right? Now let's go with okay. Anyone any doubt in this particular pseudocode? How this is working? Is get something function clear to everyone? How this get something will give us what? Number of unique vowels. Is this fine?
I understood the procedure, sir, but why we have taken Y in procedure but not X?
No, here we are
Sir,
defining this one. We can
sir,
take X, Y, Z, anything. Here we are just defining the procedure. This will take one parameter as an input, right? Now we are calling that and we are taking X as the input here. Okay. So we can take any parameter here. Yes.
sir,
What is a
this
parameter?
sir, the
Yes.
procedure is checking for number of vowels in a particular word.
Yeah, number of unique vowels in a particular word. Yes.
Yes.
So what is a parameter actually?
Okay. So see, if we are defining some function here, okay, let's say for example here only, create something, right? So when we define this, yes. So when we define, please mute. I'm getting a noise. Just mute. Yeah. So while we are defining any function, whatever we are specifying here, right? That is basically a parameter, right? So we are defining this function for this particular parameter, right? But once we call this function and we give this x as an input, okay? Now this x as an input is basically what? This is basically an argument, okay? So here we are defining the function, whatever we are specifying here, that is basically parameter. But what we are taking as an input in the function, that is basically argument. Okay, this is what parameters and argument is.
So we
So
don't need to consider like X is the first row, Y is the second row.
no. It's just anything. We can put A, B, C, any input parameters here we can. Okay.
Okay.
Here we are just defining this. Means we are taking this Y as input. For this Y, we are doing this one. Y dot letter count like that. If I take X here, so where in the code, whenever there is a Y, will replace with that X like that. Okay. So I hope this function is clear to everyone. This will give me number of unique vowels in that particular word. Okay. Now, if I check here this condition gets something greater than or equals to 2, it means what? If the number of unique vowels is greater than 2, then only we are going to count it. Now, what about the word she? Does it have number of unique vowels greater than
No,
2? No.
No.
no,
So
sir.
it will not increment. What about cells?
No, no, sir.
What about she cells?
Yes, yes, sir. One.
E, A, right? So we have two unique vowels. So 2 greater than 2? Yes. So we are going to
Sir,
increment
actually three. Three. Oh, okay. Unique, right? Okay.
unique, right? We just
Fine,
want
fine,
unique.
sir. Fine.
Then by no vowels. The only one vowel. Seashore. How many
Yes,
unique
sir.
vowel?
Three.
Yeah.
Three.
So 3 greater than 3, 2? Yes. So 1 plus here.
Yes.
The no. Shells.
No. No.
Again she no. Again cells no.
No.
R.
No.
What about this one?
No. Yes.
E and A.
Plus
You
one.
two things. Plus 1. I am no.
Two.
Sure.
No.
We have
Yes.
two.
Yes.
AIOU. Yes. Right. So
Yes.
how
Four.
many
Four.
words are there having
Unique vowels. Four.
she sells, she sure, then we have again she sells, then we have
Six.
sure. What about R? What about R?
Yes.
Two.
Yes.
Sir,
A
two.
and E
A.
also,
E.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we have these 5 words like that. So answer will be 5 here, you can see, right? So we have 5 words in this particular sentence having the number of vowels greater than 2, like that. Okay. So in this way, you need to proceed with the pseudocode. So
But
whenever you see,
So in this pseudocode,
uh,
we have while as well as if, right?
yes, yes,
Okay.
sir, but this is not like a nested dictionary.
no,
This is
it's not nested
simple.
dictionary. Simple, we are storing that particular vowel, value will
Yeah,
be true. A particular vowel, value will be true. Like that.
this for one
Okay.
dictionary.
Yeah. So here we have a dictionary and every key is basically a vowel here. And the corresponding
Okay.
value is true.
Yes, it is easy to access the keys of this.
Yes. So this is how
So
we can.
I have a doubt. Sir,
Yes.
while solving problems in pseudocode, we use libraries, data set,
Hmm.
and many like Olympics data set. But in the data set, only one table will be given. So what to do in that case? How we have to go through all the tables?
No, no. In the exam, if you look at the data set schema, so only the columns will be given to you, and one row will be given to you, right? So to
Yes, sir.
understand,
Yes, sir.
you need to understand the logic here. Actual data is not required to solve that question. Okay. Even if you see here that data is not required, right? If I simply skip this particular uh, line, okay, if I didn't give this particular data, but I can ask the question, right? So at the end of execution of pseudocode, what will word count represent? Number of words in the data set, number of words having the vowels greater than two. Third option is number of words having unique vowel greater than two, like that. Okay. So for that type of question, you don't require data, right? So if you look at the quiz one
Okay, sir.
also in
Thank you.
quiz two and term, the questions will be like that. You don't require data, but you just need to understand the how this pseudocode is working. Okay, that's it.
Sir, for this code, dictionary is not given. Means
No, we
for
are
this.
creating a dictionary here. We are creating a dictionary. We have initialized the letters with the empty dictionary, and then we are adding the vowels in that particular dictionary here. Right? Okay. So please try to do all the PA and GA. The question will be similar to PA and GA only.
So can we solve one more problem?
Yeah. We'll see here. In figure pseudocode. Here we have while and then we have if else. Here we have while loop only. Nested while loop is there? No. Okay, so this looks a good one. We will
Sir,
solve this question.
seven number.
Okay, seventh number. Yeah, this one, right? Okay, let's try to solve this question. So here's the pseudocode on the scores data set. So we are using a scores data set here. What will CTD in bracket K will represent at the end of execution? So first line is with 7 only, no? This one. Yeah, this is basically a week 7, question number 7 here. Practice assignment. Okay. So what we are doing here, right? So city we have initialized with the empty dictionary. Now here we have a while loop. While table 1 has more rows, okay. Read the first row in the table 1, okay. What is this? If. Now here we are using a is key function. Is key will take what? It will take a dictionary and the key as an input. Now this will check whether key is present in this dictionary or not. If key is present in the dictionary, so this will give me true output. If key is not present in the dictionary, so this will give me false as out. Okay. Let's say for example, dictionary is like this. A1, B2, C7 like that. Now if I say is key dictionary, comma D. What will be the output? Whether D is the key of dictionary? No. This will give me false. If I say is key dictionary,
False.
comma B, is B is a key of dictionary? Yes. So this will give me true. Okay. So it will simply check whether key is present inside the dictionary or not. That's why this is key function. Okay. I hope you understand this one. Now what we are doing this here. Now we have a CTD, that is basically empty dictionary. Now X dot town or city. So whether city is present inside its dictionary or not?
No.
No, because initially it is empty. So nothing is present, right? That is
Yes.
basically what?
So what is
Empty.
slash? Exo. What is
No, no.
slash?
Here either town or city. If you look at the scores data set, we have defined the
Oh, okay.
column like that. Okay, either town or city,
Oh, fine, fine.
right? So if city or town is a part of dictionary, no, because initially it's empty. So this means what? False, right?
False.
False.
We
False.
Now
go
if
to
this
else
is
block.
false, we don't need to do anything here. We'll simply go to else block here. You can see the indentation part, right? Like this. We go to else block here. Now what we are doing here? Now
Here we are
for that
checking.
particular city, let's say for example,
Sir,
city equals to Chennai.
hello, hello.
Yes.
Sir, why it is not part of this dictionary? Sir, city.
Initially it is empty, na? You can see first line. It's empty dictionary. We don't have any key in this particular dictionary, right? Now we are checking, do we have any keys in that particular dictionary? But it's empty. It's nothing is there. It is basically false here. Okay?
Sir, we are considering the score data set.
Yes. But here it is given that CTD is basically empty dictionary.
Okay, sir.
Right? So this is basically false. Now, if we go to if else here, we go to else block because this is false. Now CTD. What is CTD? Dictionary. Now, what I said, if I say dictionary key and corresponding value, it means what? We are adding the city in the dictionary here. So if city D is initially empty, so we are adding that city. Let's say, for example, Chennai. We are adding a Chennai as a key. And what's the corresponding value? Empty dictionary here. You can see at line number 15. Is this
So
fine?
this is dictionary in dictionary, like right?
Yes. Dictionary in dictionary, yes. So you
Yes.
can
Okay.
see city dictionary was empty. We have added the Chennai town here, right? And the corresponding value is empty dictionary. This is fine. Now, what happens at line number 16? Tell me what we are doing here. If you understand the concept of nested dictionary, tell me what we are doing here at line number 16.
Yeah, just a minute, sir. Let me read that. CTD. Instructor.
It is defining empty
It is.
dictionary. If
Like it is
This
telling.
It
it
is adding the.
stores this it stores gender also.
Yeah. Okay. So city dictionary, then we have a city here. That is basically Chennai. So city and Chennai. What's the output of this one? City and Chennai. Here we have city, here we have
Chennai
Chennai.
only, sir.
Now, what's the output of this only? This thing only.
Dictionary.
Empty dictionary, right? This one.
Yes. Empty dictionary.
Now, in the empty dictionary, we are adding here same thing again, right? So we are adding a key gender and the corresponding value is what? Physics marks. So this will be updated like this. Here we have a Chennai only, but inside this dictionary, we are adding a gender, let's say male, and the corresponding value is physics marks here. Let's say, for example, 70. So this is what will happen at line number 16, right?
So once more, can you repeat
Okay, at line number 15, we
this?
are adding the city inside the dictionary and the corresponding values empty dictionary, right? Is this fine? Line number 15.
Yes.
Sir, we are
No?
adding the city name in the
Yeah, we're
dictionary.
adding what are the city name we have, right? So that is what we are going to add in the dictionary. And the corresponding value is here. It is empty dictionary here. So this will happen at line number 15. Now line number 16, what we are doing? Here, city D and town city. So this will give me what? Again a dictionary. Now dictionary, then we have a square bracket.
Sir,
Dictionary,
we are
then we have a
adding gender and physics marks
marks.
both.
Yeah. So you can see this dictionary and the square bracket. So we're adding the gender inside this dictionary. Dictionary of this dictionary here. This is what we are doing here, right? So gender is present inside the dictionary Chennai, and Chennai is present inside the dictionary city, like that. Okay. So we are adding the gender and the corresponding physics marks here. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So what you have written left side? Something
Where?
Chennai left side.
This is city,
You have
city D,
written something. Yeah.
city D. This one.
s- Oh, okay,
Name of a
okay.
dictionary. Yeah. So this is basically city D, right? So this will happen in the row number one. So we'll do that table, row to table three. Now we'll go back to while loop. Again, we read the first row. Now, again at line number 4. Just a minute. Again at line number 4, what we are doing? If the next city, so let me go with the words, sorry, scores data set, right? So first we have Erode, right? So Erode as a city. So instead of Chennai, we'll go for Erode here. Let's assume that we are dealing with the first city that is basically Erode, right? Erode, and then here we have, and the gender is what? Male, and the marks is 64. So this will Give me what? 64 here. Now go for a next thing here. Next is basically Salem. So what will happen in the case of Salem? If Salem is a part of dictionary, line number
No.
4. Again,
No,
this
sir.
is
No, sir.
false. So we'll go to else. So what we are doing here? Yes, anyone?
Again, it will add Salem and Salem
Ah,
X dot town city.
so this will be as it is. Then
Yes, sir.
comma, we are going to add the city name and then
Salem.
corresponding will be a empty dictionary. But at line number 16, we are going to add the gender, that is basically male, and the physics marks is 45. So male and 45. Is this fine?
Yes, sir.
Now we'll go back to a
So
next.
this is basically, so this is basically keys of key.
So this is a key of the city dictionary, and these are the keys of this dictionary. Okay. So dictionary inside dictionary, you can see. So here's Erode and this Salem. These are the keys of city dictionary here, right?
Gender and marks are not the keys. Only the city are the keys.
City are the keys of the city dictionary. Gender
Yes,
is
sir.
the key of the city here. Yam is basically key of the Salem. Yam is basically key of this Erode like that. Okay. Now this will get more clear if we take to these two
Sir,
changes here.
how we have taken Salem? So next city name, how we have taken?
No, first we
We
are
are,
dealing
we
with
were yes, sir. We were dealing with erode.
yeah. So at line number 17, we have added the city place. Then we'll move that to table 2. We'll go back to a while loop here. Here you can see. Now again we read the first row. That is basically next row is Salem here. You can see. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now once we add the Salem, then card number 2 is
Sir,
basically Chennai. Right. Now what
yes.
will happen in the case of Chennai? Tell me. If Chennai is the part of key dictionary.
No, sir.
No, no. It will
Again
add.
Chennai. So male and 54 will be there. So again I will add one more city, that is basically a Chennai, and the corresponding value will be a dictionary in that male, and 54 will be the marks like this. Now go for a next one. Again we got a Chennai here. Now tell me what will happen. At line number 4, we have added 3 cities, Erode, Salem and Chennai. Now again line number, next row is basically 3, third one, right? So again we have a Chennai. So what will happen here? If Chennai is a part of dictionary now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes,
Now
sir.
this is true. Now we have to go inside this if statement here. Now what this will happen? Now line number 5 we are going to execute for the first time. Now what will happen here? Tell me what is we are checking here.
Gender.
If the
Gender
gender is
what?
present in
Gender the part of which dictionary?
That
Dictionary.
city type.
City dictionary.
Gender is a part of which city we are dealing with? Chennai.
Chennai.
Chennai, yes.
Now what's the gender here? Female. Now whether female is a part of Chennai dictionary, is this correct? Check here.
Yes.
Yes.
No, no. Here
No,
we
no,
have
no.
just added the male, right?
Male
Female is
only.
not present. So this is basically false, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. It will
So,
false.
so this is basically a Chennai. So this is true. Again, we are dealing with the Chennai, a city of Chennai. So this is a city of Chennai. We are dealing with this dictionary. We just have male and the corresponding value is 54. Do we have female in that dictionary? No.
So
So
here
that is
basically
basically
ISKI is checking the inner dictionaries also, not only the outer one. So it will
yeah.
check
Yes.
everything, sir. Once it is coming true, it will go to the next dictionary to make it true or false. Am I right?
No, no. Here it's a dictionary. Each key
Yes,
will
sir.
only take dictionary and the key as the input. So this is a dictionary inside dictionary. Here it's a dictionary. It's a dictionary of dictionaries.
Yeah, in the first case of dictionary, city Chennai is I mean that satisfying. So actually it has to become true. But if it is
Yes.
become true, it has
So
to become
second,
true, then straight away it has to go. But again we are checking for gender
yes.
also, no sir?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Now we are checking whether
So
female is a part of dictionary. No. Yes. Yes. Any doubt? Okay. So female is not a part of dictionary. So that is basically false. So what we are doing here? Tell me. Yes, anyone?
so one doubt, sir.
Yes.
So if If the first if is true, then only second and thirds are checked. Otherwise, it won't check.
Yeah. So if the if condition is true, if this is true, then only we are going to execute inside whatever is there. If this is true, then we are going to execute what is there. If this is true, then only we are going to execute what is there. Right? Like that. Okay.
Sir, we are
So these are the
assigning
nested
uh,
if.
So if first if is true and second if is false, then what will be the output
So then we'll go to else block
in that
here. You
case?
can see we are going to else block only, right? Because its gender is F, city is Chennai, and in Chennai additionally we don't have a F as a in a key, so we'll go to else block here. Now what we are doing here?
sir, we are
Uh,
assigning value.
Yes,
just
so
adding
value is
their
basically
physics
53.
marks.
So here this Chennai dictionary will get updated. So instead of just male and 54, there will be two keys now. Male 54 and female. What is the corresponding marks? 53, right? 53 here. So we have added two keys now, male and female in the case of Chennai, like that. Okay. Now for Madurai also we'll do same thing.
Sir,
Madurai is not present.
in that particular case, gender is a male, then appending of the dictionary, sir.
No, we'll
Chennai
discuss about.
cannot take the duplication, no? It cannot take the duplication. So
Yeah, we'll discuss that. Okay. So up till now we have discussed this one. Two Chennai, one for male, one for female. Now what will happen at line number five? If I because for anyway Madurai, the key will get added, corresponding score will get added. But if we say line number five, Chennai and female. Now tell me line number five, Chennai and we are dealing with female. How this first if statement execute? Line number four. What happened here? Chennai and female.
True.
Is Chennai is a part of dictionary?
Yeah, yes.
yes, it's
Yes,
true.
Yes. Is female is a part of dictionary in Chennai,
yes,
Chennai
sir.
dictionary?
Both
Yes,
are
Yes.
sir.
Now
both
this
are.
Yes,
is
yes.
true. Now we are going to execute this one. Now see carefully what is this inner if statement. City, then Chennai, then gender. Gender is F, city is Chennai. What's the output of this one? City,
True.
Chennai. No, no. Output of F is 53, right? Not true. Here we are dealing with is key function. Is key is not present,
Okay.
right? Just the
So
condition here
it
we have.
is checking physics marks.
No, here, what's the output of this one? What I have boxed here. What's the output of this one? For this city, for
Physics.
this city, for Chennai, for this key female, what's the output here? 53, right?
Yes,
What's
sir.
the value of that
Yes,
particular
Yes, sir.
key? So this will give me 53. Greater than what is my current X score here? That is basically 92, right? So is 53 less than 92?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, if
True.
this is true, now we have to update this one. So what we are doing? This is basically equals to x dot physics, that is 92. It means what? We are updating
Yes.
the value of 53 to 92 here. Okay. So if you
sir. We
observe
are
this one, what we are doing here?
We are updating the
Previously,
physics values.
we are
Maximum physics marks, sir. The
Maximum
replacing
same
physics.
maximum
gender
physics
and
marks.
same
Yeah,
city.
maximum physics marks, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
If same gender and same city.
Yeah. So now see, if we have this dictionary, so first the keys of this CTD, the keys of CTD will be a city name. Can I say like this? Erode, Salem, Chennai, right? The keys of this outer
Yes,
CTD
sir.
will be a city only, right? Then
yes, sir.
the value of these cities will be what? Again a dictionary. You can see now the value of the cities if a dictionary is present. What is present at a dictionary? Male and female. For every city you can see male and female will be present, right? But what's the value here? Here it is 54 and here previously it was 53 but now got updated to 92. It means what? What we are storing here? Can we say the maximum marks in the physics?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if we get one more student from Chennai and female student and if her marks is let's say for example 90 here but 90 less than sorry here 90 here 92 So 92 less than 19, no. So we are not going to update that. If we get the higher value, if I get, let's say for example, for gender female, if we get 99 in physics, right? X dot physics 99, and here we have current 92, then only we are going to update that to 99 here. So we are updating with the higher value here. You can see less than symbol we are checking here, right? So it means what? The corresponding value of this male and female will be what? A maximum value for that particular gender and for that particular city,
Yes.
right? So if you look at the Chennai here, from Chennai, the maximum marks for a female student is 92 in physics. Can we say like this? Whatever the value will be there, right?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what is the city K? What is the city D of K? What this will give me? City D is basically dictionary. What is K here? If I take only one single thing, what is K?
E.
City.
The key.
K is basically a what? City only, right? The keys of city D. Now, let's try to read the options. A dictionary with a gender as key mapped to a physics marks. So city, we have a dictionary, but in bracket we put the K. So K is basically a city name here. City name from city dictionary. So this will give me a dictionary with the gender as key mapped to physics marks, or dictionary with gender as key mapped to a highest physics mark score by that gender in city K. A dictionary with gender as key mapped to a lowest physics marks in CTK, or option number D, dictionary with cities as keys mapped to physics marks. Which one is correct here?
The B.
Option B is right.
B, right?
Sir,
So
option B. Yes.
give me a dictionary with a gender as a key mapped to the highest physics marks scored by that gender in that particular city K. Okay, that is what we are going to get here. Okay.
So,
So,
a dictionary with gender, what does this mean? A dictionary with gender?
no, here you need to read the entire sentence here, right? So we have a dictionary with gender as a key, the corresponding value mapped to highest physics marks posed by that gender is city K. Okay. So we have a dictionary. So you can see here, this is basically a dictionary. If I see Chennai, corresponding value male 54, female 92 here. So, right, so dictionary with the gender as a key, correct, map to the highest physics marks, correct, scored by that gender in the city K. So, K is basically Chennai, but it's the key of what city here. That's why I put city D K. So, K is basically city here, right? So, we are dealing with that particular city. Okay.
Piyush, where can I find the recording? Because for the last 10 minutes, due to my family disturbance, I couldn't get a single thing.
It's live on YouTube. You can check on YouTube.
Okay.
In the calendar itself, you can see the YouTube link. So this is basically how this dictionary works. Okay. So list is basically easier concept, but you need to practice for a dictionary. You can see here. So each key is a function and how we are adding the keys inside the dictionary, nested dictionary. Okay. That is very important. Okay. So please try to solve few more questions. Practice as much you can. Okay. So by practice only you will
Sir, one
get
second, sir. Yes,
minus.
doubt, sir. Sir, once again, just show that pseudo code, sir. So,
Okay.
first, what we did, if condition was false, that's why we went to the second else, right?
Yes. Here.
So why second else? Because why second else?
Okay.
We have to consider.
See, you can see indentation here. So if started from here, this if started from here, this if started from here. So you can see this at the same line we have this curly bracket, right? So this is for entire one if. This is for entire if here. After that, we are starting an else block here. So if this is false, we need to go for else block here. Whatever is there inside this if statement, we don't need to execute if the condition is false. Okay. That is what indentation is here. Indentation. Okay.
So in the fourth line, basically you are adding up a dictionary, ISKI, city, D, X town city, and then again you are adding that gender, like whether
in this
it's
particular city. Yeah.
yeah, and then you are checking like if the condition, if that particular person holds marks which is less than physics.
Yeah. So that particular marks is greater than the marks from the dictionary. We are going to update that.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, we are storing the maximum marks in the physics, highest marks in physics for every gender. Yeah. Okay. So this is what we are doing here. So just understand the concept of this while if statement. In Python course, you need to execute, you need to write the code like that. Okay. So this is basically a looping thing. We need to execute this one till table one becomes empty. Now how this will become empty? Table one has more rows, but here we are moving one row to table 2. So we are moving row by row like that. At the last, all row will get moved to a table 2 and this will become empty. So we'll exit the while loop like that.
So will they give a kind of Excel table that like which you referred for the solution?
No.
Solving the
Here,
problem.
no, for solving this question, a table data is not required here. Okay. So if you just understand what this is storing, that's it. Okay. Actual data is not required. We have not used the actual data here. Right. So to understand the concept, we have discussed it. But once you understand what we are doing here, you easily solve the question.
This is basically storing the maximum physics marks from a particular prompt at a particular gender.
Yeah, for particular city, particular gender. Yeah.
Is that the answer? Like
yes. So here in that dictionary will store for that city and we'll get the maximum marks for that particular gender. So dictionary with the gender as key mapped to the highest physics marks scores by that gender in the city K.
Okay.
Sir, the answer is dictionary within dictionary, no?
No, here that is correct. But here we're dealing with dictionary city D K. If I say city D only, that's a dictionary inside dictionary. But if I say city K, already a dictionary we have covered, right? K is basically a city. So we are dealing with this this dictionary only, inner dictionary of genders, right?
No, sir, I'm asking for the options.
No, here it's a dictionary with gender because we're dealing with this dictionary only, not the entire dictionary. Because what we have mentioned the question CTDK here. In bracket we have a K. So this is basically dictionary itself. Instead of this, if I just ask you, what will CTD represent? If I remove this one. So this will be what dictionary of dictionaries in which the gender is mapped to a highest physics mark scored by that gender in that particular city. Like that.
Gender, sir, within the option B, which we are choosing for the correct answer, in this it is mentioned that gender is also key.
Yes. So we are dealing with this dictionary only, not the outer dictionary here. Because we are dealing with CTD of K. That is basically for that particular city. Okay. If I remove this K here, that will become a dictionary of dictionary. Okay. This is dictionary of dictionary. But if I just say a city road, then this is just a dictionary. Okay. So CTD is basically a dictionary of dictionary. But if I say CTD Chennai, so this will give me only dictionary having this male and female. That's it, right? Okay. So try to solve the questions. So that's it from my side. Okay. So try to solve few more questions, and if you have any doubt, you can ask in the next session. Okay. So just
So next
see how
session will
this
be doubt
code
section,
is.
sir?
Next session on Friday. Yeah. So no, next session will cover week 8. Okay. Week 8 concept we are going to cover.
So PA doubts.
This Friday session will cover week 8 summary. Saturday will cover a PA from week 8. Okay. Like that.
Okay,
So
thank you.
yeah, if you have any doubt, then you can ask in the Saturday session from the previous week like that. Okay, we'll follow. Okay, so that's it from my side. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Sir,
Thank you.
Sir, I'm not able to send questions in discourse forum. I have sent an email in this regard, but I haven't found any response from support till now.
Okay. Do you got IITM email ID?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just send me an email. Put support team in CC. We'll do that. Okay.
Sir, your email ID.
Piyush@study.iitm.ac.in.
Sir, please paste in chat.
Yes, I will paste in the chat. So put support team in CC. We will take care. Yes, so mail me from your IITM ID. Okay. Okay then. Thank you. Bye bye.
By when people who have qualified the qualifier, by when they will get the like access to the discourse?
We are not yet assigned that email ID, sir. Though we have given a number of reminder mails, but still they are telling
So
that.
have you registered for the course? You need to register for
Yes,
the
Yeah,
course.
I have
yeah,
registered for the
registered.
course. We have registered.
No, after
Registered.
qualifier you have registered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you will get an email. We'll check with the support team. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay then. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, Trimurti.
Yeah, Tanmay, can you
Yeah,
send on? Send it on.
maybe you can help me out here. So
Yeah,
I downloaded the PDF that was shared by the ma'am,
yeah.
but I couldn't see in the download section. Like, does it does it get saved to some other session, like other section?
The same condition with me. Actually, I use the word like it's not opening, but the thing is that I downloaded yesterday, but they were not visible in my downloads folder. Then I
That's what.
checked all
That's
the
what.
system. I checked all the system, the total system, but nowhere I able to find it.
Arey
For you also
man,
the same case.
I didn't bother to check. Actually, there is lot of work, that lot of study that is
Correct, correct.
compiled over the weeks.
Yeah.
So
The
how
download is
to?
generally it will go to
Yeah,
downloads folder only, until and
actually, that's
unless if
what.
you
That's
specify
what.
a special folder.
That's what. If you can check in the Zoom or thing like that, any folder.
Yeah, I tried all those things, but I didn't get that one.
How is it possible? I downloaded it yesterday.
Yes, yes, I downloaded the two documents. That is the two
Yeah.
PDFs.
Is which
Those
kind
are
of PDF
actually,
is?
those two are very informative. That's the reason why
Yeah.
I'm worried about that.
Guys, if any of the person can help us.
Yeah,
It's
actually, I have
for
given the
what?
message also. Yesterday,
Uh,
actually, madam has given two PDFs in the math session. Lavanya ma'am.
okay. Okay.
Could you? I think you people have downloaded that. We are unable to find those PDFs. If available
Is
with
it
you, could you
Max?
please share?
I
I
thought
have
Max.
shared that in the chat board. The chat suddenly disabled. I have
Oh
shared the week
God.
7 one PDF.
Arey yaar, how can they do?
If you guys want to practice, then if you know the website quiz practice, then go there and practice there.
No, we are
There's lot of
not talking about practice, but the ma'am Lavanya ma'am discussed some important formula and important process to
oh,
solve the
The total
maths question.
yesterday session she has shared with us.
Yeah.
okay.
Also, these session are not getting, like, the PDFs are not getting uploaded anywhere.
Correct, correct.
So if at all you attend the session and if at all you get that, then only you have it, or else you don't. It's as simple as that.
Anyhow,
And due
tomorrow,
to
I think there is a class of, I mean that mass. We can
Trimurti,
take.
what I would suggest is,
Huh.
why not create a group among ourselves, like who has got what, so we can collaborate
True,
among
true.
ourselves and share the documents. Like, since we have the least support from the college and all those
Correct,
things, and
correct.
this
Yeah,
is
that
a
is a
very
wise,
different
wise
medium of
thing.
education.
Yeah, that is a wise thing. But the thing is that initiation, no, if we ask somebody, then if they are, that's the reason why I'm
The thing
reluctant.
is that
We go that.
we have to clarify the agenda, Like
Correct.
this is not the spam. You can't send good morning message like that.
Yes, yes.
It's
No
a
need
clear
also. Just only the
instructional,
academics.
only academics related, only doubts. Because once you start spamming the folder now, message box, then once get irritated and once stop following the messages.
Yeah, actually, this is very helpful for our activity sessions. Like extra activities are there, which the peer group has to review, and all
Yeah,
those things. There are so many doubts in that,
that's
and
what.
that will be helpful for us. Actually, that is more
What I
helpful for
suggest
us.
is the course structure is such that we can't work in a silos. We have to think in a
True.
team kind of thing. We have to
Correct.
build a teamwork, team activity. Because
True.
in any way, in the near future, we have to do team projects and things like that. So
Yeah.
why not initiate within ourselves, create a group, people who are seriously taking this course.
Yeah, we'll create that one, and I can send a link. Whoever are interested, irrespective, they can join it. We can do
Yeah.
that, Tanmay. Whoever is interested, they will join.
Okay.
I like
There
to.
is no force in that, though. We can keep it as an open thing. So
Guys, you
whoever
can
is
also
interested,
suggest if you have any suggestion, it's open for discussion. Let's discuss.
yeah, true. We can do that. If anyone is interested, definitely they can join. I think most of the people will join. Why? Because that is only for the sake of our betterment in the academics only.
That's what because anyhow, see, I'm working, so it's like next to impossible for me to follow up small assignment
Correct.
and small mails. So also the IITM Madras, whatever mail which is coming, it's coming in the Google. We don't have a separate email, so that we can have
True.
a clear idea which mail is important, which is not.
True. True. Still, it is happening until and unless we have assigned that mail ID, particular mail ID of that IIT, then only we will be, I mean, the dedicated the things. Still now we will be getting on the open loop only.
Anyway, 15, 16, 14 days has passed.
Yeah,
How long
even
will it take?
even an hour ago, I have given the mail and the same answer, like it's an automated answer. I think you will be getting very shortly. That is the only answer I'm getting.
That's the reason I was thinking of creating a group or cross
We can
collaborating
do
within
that,
ourselves.
man. We can do that. It's really useful for us.
Okay.
I
So
can ping you on the number which you shared to me. You
I've
just
shared. You please open. You can ping me anytime. I'm
sure.
always reachable at this. I'm always available at this number. Okay.
Okay.
But what about the yesterday math document?
Yesterday again tomorrow there is a class, no? And then we can request her.
Acha
I
Trimurti.
I have the documents. If you want, I can share with
Yeah,
you.
please. That will be
Yeah,
more
yeah,
helpful, Vinod.
yeah. No, you can
Yeah,
go ahead.
already I shared one document in the chat, but can you check if you can download it?
No, I can't see any
I
such
think this chart
document.
don't have an option for that.
No, the last chat was being received at 8:01 p.m.
802 I
Ah, yeah.
uploaded.
The chart has disabled, I think.
Okay, so you can I can share you if you want.
Yeah,
Any
could you please?
other platform is if anyone can suggest so that we can create Google. For that we need a separate individual email ID for each and every, and people won't follow up.
Yeah.
If it was college, then we would have the email ID of each of ourselves and we can share it easily.
Yeah, give me today's time, Tanmay. Let me check it out. Other platforms also, which will be, I mean, that genuine way and which will be accessible in a
Not
professional way.
WhatsApp and Telegram because
Yes,
it's
there's a messy.
become
Correct.
a spam then.
Yes. Vinod,
Okay.
Yeah,
in what mode can you send it as an attachment with the mail? Can I give the mail ID to you?
sure. Yeah.
Vinod
Do that.
Trimurti,
Okay.
TRIMURTHY, Trimurti,
One minute.
999 at gmail.com.
Tell me from the beginning.
Can I repeat once again?
Yeah, please.
Trimurti, that is TRIMURTHY,
Okay.
999
Okay.
at gmail.com.
Vinod,
Okay. Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. So if you have the instructor session for the math session from week 5 onwards, if you can share it on my email ID, then it would be really helpful, because I have been
No,
scratching my
I
head since the
don't.
morning.
I don't have that. I just from yesterday only I started to follow the sessions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trimurti, do you have for the week
Yeah,
5, 6?
I can share you.
Okay.
Don't worry, I can
Guys, you
send you.
can write down my mail ID.
Sure, sure.
It's T as in Tango, G
Yeah,
as in Germany, H as in horse,
yeah,
O as in owl,
yeah,
S as in Switzerland,
yeah,
H as in horse,
yeah,
D as in Denmark,
yeah,
A as in America,
yeah,
S as in Switzerland,
yeah,
T as in, say, Turkey,
yeah,
I as in India,
yeah,
D as in Denmark,
yes,
A as in Australia,
yes.
and R as in Russia
Okay.
@gmail.com. It's tghoshdastar@gmail.com.
Yeah, I can do that.
I hope you got it, Vinod.
Yeah. Yeah. Got it.
Okay. You can share it over my this thing, mail ID.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I will send you right now.
Okay.
Trimurti,
Yeah, yeah.
from week 5 onwards, like since we have already lost 1 week due to the preparation and all, so
Correct.
what happened to me is like due to work and all those things, I've already started week 5 in when I was like week 6 and a half.
Okay.
So I'm that late. So I have not covered properly week 5, week 6, week 7. Somehow I've tried to cover it, but I don't know how far I can go, because week 7 assignment is still due. So do you have, like, if we can support each other in terms of, like, making the concept more clear, because as you can see, I have been lagging behind in the math session.
True.
Okay. So I was just thinking
We
of
can do
cross
that.
collaborating with
I
them.
can help you in what best I can do. I
Hmm.
can send you all that material regarding that one, and as well as some books also. I can send you the PDF books,
Okay.
which is very clear and in an elaborative way. You go
The
through
PDF
that.
book, as in from the IIT Madras itself, those books.
Yes, from there.
Okay, those I have. Those I have.
Yeah, you check them. That will be, I think, helpful for you. And even the material is also there, which I can send you. And some more, I think, in the YouTube also some descriptive
What
videos are there.
what the issue is? Okay,
Time.
as you can know, Professor Sarang Sane, how wonderful
Uh,
lectures he delivers.
correct.
So I really am unable to connect with that person. So I was looking for a Hindi lecture or things like that, which can make me more, which can make the work more easy. Okay, but
Okay.
unfortunately, I have to shuffle down the many n number of videos to YouTube, and then again, it takes plenty of time.
True.
So that's what is happening. The lecture is not that engaging, and the professor is just reading out from the slide.
Right.
That's what I feel. Or else Professor Madhav Mukund has done a fantastic job.
Correct.
So that is what the issue is. The lecture is not
Yeah,
that
we can
much
find a solution for every problem. There is a solution that how
right.
best we can
Right.
share that and we can fix the issue, and we
Right.
have to move forward. There is no option for us, isn't it?
Are you in the Telegram group?
I'm
Which
not in the Telegram group.
okay. I'm the group, but most of the like discussion are on generic around, like casual discussion, nothing concrete discussion, or people are like just asking here and there. So I'm looking for something very concrete and
Yeah,
very
we can make it materialize in a productive way in
oh
this way.
yeah, you can think on that direction.
Sure.
Okay.
I
Thank you,
was
Vinod.
looking for this kind of
Yes, Vinod.
discussion for a long time. Yeah. I'm really struggling
Actually,
in
this
maths.
since like see, guys, this is a offline, sorry, online kind of delivery. So we have to take our own initiative to build that network,
Yeah.
which as offline college does, the environment offline college produces. So the online college fails that.
But here the advantage is like the TA sessions and solve with us, and all these sessions are really going good when compared to the other courses or other colleges, even if it is an offline
PA,
also, this much of
PA
I
session
mean
is
that
okay.
attention is not possible. They are really giving good lectures, and even the knowledge wise also
Agreed.
what they are sharing is really the patience levels. See the
Agreed.
patience level. If we
Agreed.
are asking n number of times,
Agreed.
they are really their patience levels are really
Agreed.
appreciable patience levels.
Agreed. But what thing is missing is Trimurti. I like to point it out. Like if you were in college, like I assume you might have done your
Huh,
graduation in
huh,
engineering.
huh.
Okay. So I have done my masters. So
Yeah,
when we were in college, we used to sit in a campus or we used to sit in a hostel,
correct.
5 or 6 guys, discuss a sort of problem, a group study kind of thing.
Correct. The solution
Group
is
study.
on the table itself.
Yeah. So here we barely know each other. We barely know each other. We met each other. So the cross collaboration or the teamwork, that's missing. The support from the college or the lecture delivery, that might be a questionable in some cases, but at most there is full support from the college. But
True.
the student or the participant, they also need to invest some amount of time or some amount of effort. They also need to give seriously.
True.
So though
Then only they can be
yeah,
justified. Then only the
then
both vice versa will be justified. Otherwise,
right.
no, it's a waste of the thing.
Right. You can't
So
work in a silos. In such kind of
correct,
thing
correct.
where you work in a Python or data science, you can't work in a silos.
Yeah. That the coming courses, no, the Python programming and everything, that is a group work. We have to work as a
Yes,
team only.
yes,
Then only it will be
yes, yes,
possible. The logic itself
yes.
plays. No, your way of thinking is different, and my way of thinking is different.
Right,
When we share the logic in a different way, then only the logic will append, the logic will
right,
improve. Otherwise, no, what you think is you think that you are a master. What I
right,
think is that I am the master. No, but in
right.
programming, no one is a master.
No one is a master, right?
Can you check the
You can
mail?
cross collaborate. Yes, Vinod, you were speaking
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I already sent the message mail.
Okay. Uh,
Confirm.
my son is
I
actually
can.
playing with my mobile. I have to check it later.
Okay. Trimurti, can you check?
Yeah, I'm checking. Man. Yeah, I got it. Zo boy, Vinod.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Trimurti, you can also include the person, the guy I'm forgetting the name, Chatterjee Banerjee.
sure,
He's
sure,
really good in maths.
sure.
Forgetting the name.
Vinod, you
He
dropped your
always
number.
disturbs. He always pops out in the middle and always answer first in the math session. Sometimes it gets irritating, but it's okay. He can't hold himself. I understand, but sometimes it gets irritating.
That Chatterjee is okay, but one particular guy
Shubhajit
is there.
Chatterjee. Shubhajit Chatterjee.
Yeah,
Yes.
but his questions are. I mean that what I would like to say is that those are genuine.
No,
What
genuine. I
the
guess
guys?
I understand. He's a very fresher. He has just passed out his plus two or engineering, so he's
Uh,
very pretty good with all these things.
actually, one more guy is there who irritates the lecturers. That
Ah,
is not good.
Roshan Ahmed.
Question. That is not good.
Ah,
If,
that is
if
he take this.
yeah,
You want to take the screenshot of everything.
unexpectedly, if a lecturer while lecturing he or she has sneezed, he will ask why
Agreed.
you sneezed over there. Could you please give me a reason?
Right, and he want to take a screenshot of that.
I want to take a screenshot of that. That is
Yes,
irritating, actually. It's
yes,
a
yes.
waste of time too. No, that is not
Mhm.
good for the
Yes.
lectures.
No, I
No,
agree.
once,
He's a total disturbance. But
yeah,
I don't know what the screenshot will
he will
work
do.
for
I
him.
don't understand.
But
Yeah, but
that's
he
again
has to
questionable.
learn so many things. No, once we are in an open community,
Hmm.
we don't have the right to. I mean, that disturb others. It's a time
Right,
is
right,
precious, and it is an cumulative time. It is not your own time, or it is not my own time. It's a
right,
cumulative time.
right.
Cumulative time is more precious than personal time.
Hmm. Where are you based out in?
Which one?
Where are you from?
I'm from Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
Yeah.
Okay.
You, Tanmay?
Actually, I work in Bangalore, but I am from Jamshedpur.
Oh, okay.
I've been in Bangalore for like since 8-9 years
Oh,
or more than that.
I'm basically from Hyderabad.
Okay, you work there?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Which company?
Yeah, I have my own this one software own companies there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how you guys manage time? Like
We are
I'm
giving why
in the
because as a
position where
passion.
I have few teammates, so I have to just manage.
Yeah,
So
we have.
sometimes it's get difficult, but sometimes it's manageable. But I assume like if I go to second term, things might get a bit difficult.
We have to plan it. No, the planning we have to make in such
How
a
will
way
you
that
plan?
no, it
Things
should
is
be
that my schedule start from morning 11 or 9 and it
sure.
end till 10. How will you plan? In that schedule, it's very difficult. Unless I take a leave or things like that, it's a difficult thing. See, again, you can do, but again, grade will go into toss.
Yeah. But the course is really an worthwhile course. That's the reason why I have given time
Yes,
and I'm interested in
yes,
this.
I
The
agree.
course is what they are giving is really an worthwhile course. We can't get this kind of
The
course and this kind
reason
of
why,
certification in other
right,
places.
right. The reason why I joined this course is, I would like to give you a background. There was a guy who was in the Tata Motors. He was a senior manager with 15,
Okay.
16-year experience. So
Okay.
he happens to be my friend. So
Okay.
myself has a 10 plus year experience into consulting and research with
Uh-huh.
worked with big four all the companies, Deloitte also. So what I have seen is from automotive, that guy since 2019 or 20 took up this course. He
Yeah.
finished it. Currently he is in MTech now. And right now he has switched to Ford as an analytic manager with a package of 70 lakhs. 70.
Oh, so it's a great hike.
Great hike means in the consulting also, he was in the Tata Motors, he was like 20, 25, 30, like this
Yeah.
bracket. People who are between 12 to 16 year experience are sitting in this bracket.
Yeah.
Nothing abnormal. Okay. So he had taken 3x jump in
True.
just 2 months, 2 years,
Yeah. Only because of this.
only because of this. And why I'm saying is, right now, if you are in Hyderabad, you might be knowing you are running a software company.
Yeah.
So people now are looking for resources who are more capable to cope up with such kind of technologies.
Correct.
If I talk about my industry as a
Hmm.
consultant, now industry as in Deloitte or as in Accenture, every company is looking for resources who can handle data in Python, who can do dashboarding, Tableau, things like that. Core
Uh-huh.
consulting skills will not survive in next 6 to 7 years.
Yeah. Rightly said, and it's a right
If
observation.
if you are either from McKinsey or top tier consulting firm, then it's different. But normal consulting like Deloitte, Accenture, we are into
TCS and
market
all
research.
these things. Yeah.
Things will, it's very volatile. Like from the team strength of 80 to 90 people in Deloitte, the team has reduced down to only 15.
Yeah.
Just
Drastic.
imagine the attrition rate.
Yeah. Drastic change.
Just imagine the attrition rate. That is the main motivation for me to start up this course.
True, man. It's a good initiation. Why? Because I appreciate. Why? Because there are so many responsibilities we have to balance and we have to finish
Right.
this.
I have
And
done
we
my
have to
plus two
appreciate
in way
IITM.
back.
The first
Yes,
thing is that we
yes,
have to appreciate
yes,
IITM. It
yes.
has given a chance for the people like us. And they
Huh.
are treating, no, they are giving the lectures in
Equal
such a way.
opportunity.
Correct.
Equal opportunity.
Equal opportunities. That is important.
So we have to make the most out of it. So that's the reason I have initiated this discussion. So let's plan out so that it can benefit each among of us, each of
Sure,
us.
sure. We'll do that, man.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Vinod,
we'll wind up. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you, Vinod.
Vinod,
Yeah. No,
thank you.
no. Yeah.
Yeah, give your
Okay.
number too. You send your number also so that we can, let's start
Sure.
Okay.
interacting. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can ring me, Vinod. I have already shared. Okay. You can write down my number in case you want anything. We can cross collaborate.
Okay.
Trimurti, you already have my number?
Yes, 99343
Yeah, correct. It's 9934.
99343 26549.
Right. I hope you got it, Vinod.
99343
26549.
649. Yeah, got it.
Okay, you can save me and ping me individually so that I can save your number.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
guys.
Good night, man.
Yeah.
Take
Good
care.
night.
Good night. Yeah.
Thank you.